Barbara, this whole thing that we're doing for about 15 minutes would be really good for you to do as you recuperate, just to get the energy moving and just to get circulation moving above and beyond, of course, what PT and what you know. Let's everybody just do that for now. So notice I'm just moving my wrists and not my forearms. Jazz hands. Bring the fingers together and then wide and together and wide. Just do that a few times and do it slowly so you can actually feel this expansion of space between the fingers. And then notice if one finger moves a little further than the other. And then let's take our right hand over onto our left forearm. So just do a little massage. Just massage the muscle. Now, the rest of us can go all the way up to the wrist. Just give yourself a little self-love there. And just recognize, all the work we do with our arms and our hands. I mean, come on. After how many years on the planet, how many times, and now let's go ahead and bring our palm forward. How many times have you served? Right? This is your left hand. How many times have you served a tray of whatever? How many times have you held out your hand for a little one or an old one, a young one, and then bring it back up. And now holding on to this elbow joint, give that a little love and massage. How many of you play tennis with your left hand? Not me. And then slide it just above the joint towards your armpit. And now just swing it side to side. And notice all the muscles, tendons, ligaments that are functioning in order to make this arm just move from side to side and wave hello. How many countless greetings have you given people just by waving hello? And then release your right arm down, release your left arm down as low as you can, Barbara, and then just shrug and move the shoulder up and back. Maybe it's just like this. And how many times do we take for granted that because we can move our shoulder, we can move our upper arm. And because we can move our upper arm, we can move our elbow. And because we can move our elbow, we can move our whole arm. And because we can move our whole arm, we can move our wrist. So having a beautiful appreciation of this entire limb on the left side. Let's go the opposite direction. Starting with a huge appreciation. I feel like this left arm has grown about twice its size. And then from the wrist to the armpit, move. And then from the elbow to the armpit. And then just from the armpit to the shoulder. Good. And relax and close your eyes. So can you feel it creeping into the left side of your chest, your heart, the front side and the back side? So recognizing the energetic connection between our arms and our heart. Kind of interesting. Let's do the right side now. And we held on to our your right forearm. And we just did this first, right? And then we moved it back and forth like a little windshield wiper, lifting and lowering the elbow. Oh, let's not forget to give it a little massage, a little love above the wrist. All right, and then slide down to the elbow. Now we swing from side to side and feel the workings of the elbow. It might feel different on this side than the other side. Instead of looking at that as, oh, it's supposed to be the same, how about, oh, how uniquely different I am from one side to the other. And then let's massage up to the forearm. On this side, we'll do a little special something. We'll stick our finger right into our armpit just for fun. All right. Rotate the shoulder, just the shoulder. Release the hand down. And notice this whole thing called a shoulder. And then bring awareness to the shoulder and the elbow. And feel how the elbow and the shoulder get associated with one another. Notice the difference, one side, the other. And then the elbow to forearm. Just to have an appreciation of the mobility. And then into the wrists. And then like we're swimming forward and back. And I miss Donna. How is she doing? And then elbows to armpit. We're going in the opposite direction now in case I didn't say that. And then shoulder again, just the shoulder. And then just relax, close your eyes and feel the circulation now on the other side. And feel perhaps that opening in, creeping into the heart center on the front. And now we'll work a little bit with the heart center on the back. So give yourself plenty of room by scooching yourself onto the edge of the chair. And now let's imagine that our arms are about 500 pounds apiece. And we're trying to lift them up, and we can. All right, let's just say 100 pounds. And we're lifting our arms up. Oh, heavy, 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 heavy. Let the hands sit on the wrists like they're heavy, heavy, heavy. So instead of using the wrist to bring the hands up, let the hands come up. And once they find their pedestal onto the wrist, let them sit. Now see if you can imagine the weight, the palm, the fingertips onto the wrists, and then down into the forearms, all the way to the elbows. And just feel that kind of weight, but also feel the stability and the stacking of the bones on bones, and where the placement of the palms and the hands have to be in order for the wrists not to topple forward or to fall back, right? We have a natural tendency to find our alignment and heal. So now let's open the front and back side of the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then bring the elbows forward. Nice and slow. And then bring them back. So here we're stretching into the front part of the body and bringing them together, the back part of the body. We're going to do this a few more times while I talk a little bit. So this week, I've been working with more energetic practices in the yoga classes, and particularly the fire in the belly and the fire in the heart. We're going to do a couple more. And then we're going to do alternate. Yeah, so just explore. Take your right arm back, which looks like a left arm in my screen, and then bring the other one back. Now, as you do that, take your awareness to the back, close your eyes, and feel that shoulder blade dig into the rib cage into the back as you reach one elbow back. And then go to the other side and see if they're equal or if one's a little bit tighter than the other. And play with whether your shoulders are higher up or lower down. And notice which one is more comfortable. And you can also imagine these elbows swinging back and forth are like gates or shutters. And as we open the front part of the heart, we close the back door of the heart. As we close the front part of the heart, we open the back door of the heart. So this is constantly going on energetically. Now let's finish up with about 4, with both of them opening and closing. Now you can imagine, just like your eyes opening and closing as you blink throughout your day, what if your heart opened and closed that many times? Because I'm going to assert that it does. All right, let's bring our hands down. Reach the right arm up now, or bring it as high as you can. And rotate towards the left. Take the right hand to the outside of your left knee. Now you can feel that left shoulder blade kind of digging in. And now, Tom, play with your neck a little bit. Just release some of the tension in the neck. Keep your elbow bent. You can hook it onto the chair maybe. Now, how does this affect your breath? Well, notice when you're twisting, it's a little harder for the lungs to expand and the diaphragm to drop. There's less place for the diaphragm to drop down to, and so it has to breathe a little wider. And then reach that right arm slowly back up and bring it down. Jiggle the shoulders out a bit. Let's do the left side. Left arm up, or you can keep it bent, and then rotate towards the right. Left hand to the outside of your right thigh, and begin to feel that right shoulder blade dig in. And now play with your neck a little bit, nice and easy. You never want to mess around too quickly or abruptly with your cervical. Just notice the connection of the neck into the shoulder and your breath. And then unwind yourself, left arm back up and down. And then let's just release that a little bit. Now, two options for this next one, bending the elbows, boom, bring the elbows forward. Now, if you can, take this left elbow over the right elbow. It's a little bit more of a shoulder thing, and see if you can hook, or you can press the backs of the hands, or if you can't do that, you just hold on. And we're going to do little pumps. We're going to press the fingertips up, whether you're crossing or not, and drop it down. Yeah, but keep the elbows together, and up and down. Now feel like, imagine skiing down some snow-covered mountain on Tahoe and sliding, slushing between the shoulder blades up and down. So bring your awareness to the back body. And then maybe if your arms are crossed, you can bring them forward and drop down. That's a bit of work on the wrist, but feels pretty good. And release that. Jazz hands, release. Jazz hands, release. And then we're going to bring our hands together. This time, I think we'll take the right on top of the left, or whatever the opposite one was, and press up and down. So another way of looking at this is you're doing a little energetic scrubbing. You're getting some of the calcifications from the back side of the heart. You're scrubbing them, shining them up. So just as we shine up our joints when we move our limbs around, we're going to shine up our skull now with a little breath work. And then some of you that have crossed, you can let the arms come forward and feel a little bit of that tension. Good, Barbara. And then release. And then jazz hands and release into fist this time. Jazz hands, fist. Jazz hands, fist. Jazz hands, fist. Fist. Now, thumbs up. Let's take our left thumb, keep it up, right hand underneath the left thumb, and place it right on top. Left fist, thumb right on top of my right hand. Yeah? If you have to go like that, that's okay. Yeah. Now we're going to bring it down right in front of our dantian. So I'm about 6 inches in front of my dantian. So in Tai Chi Chuan, we press the heart fire down to meet the water element. In yoga, we recognize that when this area is functioning properly on a physical level, we have quite a bit of fire in the belly. Tai Chi Chuan brings balance to that by pressing the heart fire down, right? So we have enough balance between the water element and the fire element. So we're going to increase that fire element in our belly now. So we're going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, you might need to have a Kleenex handy. We're going to breathe a little short burst out of the nostril. And then inhale, exactly. You do this little diaphragmatic pump, like if you were to channel your inner Santa Claus, and you can try this, and did a little ho, ho, ho. If you do a Santa ho, 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 you'll feel this diaphragm jump a little bit. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a way to tonify the diaphragm so it bops down onto this fire intestinal energetic area and pops up. Down and up, down and up, down and up as we inhale, exhale, exhale. Okay? You guys with me? Thumbs up? All right. Now, this thumb up in the yoga tradition is called an Agni Mudra or gesture. The thumb up represents the fire and the flame of our heart, the flame of the fire in our belly. Let's do about 30 seconds. All right. So let's take a breath in. You're welcome to close your eyes or keep them open and begin. Inhale through the nostril and then exhale short bursts out of the nostril. Do it as fast or as slow as you can. As you close your eyes, see if you can relax the shoulders. We did a lot of work to relax all of that. And just allow the movement to happen in and around the dantian as the diaphragm jumps up and down. You can take an extra breath in between if you need to. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands, open the eyes, jazz hands, and fists. Jazz hands and fists. One more, jazz hands and fists. All right, we're going to do a second round. Before I do a second round, I want to know if anybody's already getting a little hot. All right, let's do a second round. Thumb up, left thumb, palm here. Yep, a little bit in front. Now, as we do our second round of breathing, closing your eyes, see if you can imagine the thumb as a flame. And as you pump, you might feel the breath want to blow out the flame out of your nostril, but the flame never goes out. This is one of the beauties of being human. It's the flame never goes out. And whether you're upside down, backwards, injured wrist, toe, back, hip, your flame is still alive. And that's one of the things Tai Chi cultivates, right? The energy into that flame of the belly. So let's close our eyes. We'll go a little longer this time since you guys look like you're doing okay. We'll do a full minute. Take a breath in, close your eyes, focus on the flame. Maybe it's a flame of desire of something you want to bring into the new year. Or maybe let go of. Let's begin. Experiment, maybe go a little faster, maybe go a little slower, a little more gentle, a little more aggressive. Relax your throat, your jaw. Notice other areas that are tensing up and just let the breath do its thing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Release the arms down. Bring the fingertips up. Keep your eyes closed. Spread the fingers wide, jazz hands. Bring them into a fist. Wide, jazz hands, and bring them to a fist. And then let's bring our palms just gently onto our thighs and feel. Notice the mind. Notice the breath. Notice the neck, the muscles around the shoulders. Notice the area around the heart. Notice the temperature of your skin and your inner temperature. And as you take a few breaths, notice with gentle awareness, as you breathe in now, about a 360-degree expansion in your chest all the way underneath your armpits through the back. As you inhale and as you exhale, release. And one more. Now let's do it a third time, a little bigger breath, and we'll do a slight pause for 3 counts at the top of the inhale. So take a nice inhale. Feel that 360 degrees donut expansion, and then pause for 3, hold the breath, 2, 1, open the mouth, release the breath. And now bring your awareness down to your belly. Feel yourself breathe into the front part of the belly now, and then see if you can feel, just like you did in your upper chest, breathing into the sides of the belly. And then into the back of the belly. And now as you breathe 360 degrees, and now as you inhale, we're going to move seamlessly into our Tai Chi Cha practice. So
Thank you,
thank you all
Linda.
for
My upper body definitely felt a little better after doing all of that introduction. Through my practice, I could feel much more ease in my shoulders and elbows. So thanks.
welcome. And thank you all for being here. Happy New Year.
Yes.